So when George Soros' son, Alexander Soros, congratulates the leadership of your country, you know you have bad leadership. The leadership in Spain was congratulated because they were imposing fines on Elon Musk and his platform X because he wouldn't censor. He was allowing, I guess, too much free speech for the tyrants in Spain. And it's not just Spain. This is a problem throughout Europe. And this has been discussed by Mike Benz. I know he made a video on this recently, and other people have commented on this as well, is that the regulations in Europe, they're imposing fines on social media companies throughout Europe, Germany, the UK, etc., and arresting people in these countries too for their free speech. Because these people are tyrants. That's why they can't withstand the light of day. But the problem with that is that these are American companies. They're based here. And if we were to impose a censorship regimen to satisfy Europe, that comes back over here too. I mean, we're talking about censorship of these platforms. And this is a huge problem. These countries historically are generally more free. They're considered part of the free world, as opposed to, say, the Soviet Union back during the Cold War. And the United States, we defending these countries, we didn't want to have another World War II-like situation. We didn't want to have to go back to Europe. We wanted these countries to stand on their own against communism. And so that's why we have NATO. Now, the Europeans took this because their defense had been subsidized by the United States. They've taken this and developed their European Union because every country's on the same side. And then they started sliding into tyranny. They started sliding into nihilism a lot deeper than we even did here in the United States. And they started importing millions of people from the third world. They're becoming the third world themselves. And they're not free countries. They clamp down on free speech. They put people in jail, for political opposition reasons. So you have to ask yourself, why are we defending these countries? Why do we have NATO? Why are we subsidizing these countries' tyranny? Why are we picking their side over Russia? I'm not saying Russia's better. Russia does the same thing. They have censorship in Russia. You don't have free speech in Russia. But now it's not that much different from Western Europe. So, like I've said before, NATO is a strategic liability for the United States. We don't really have a reason to defend these countries. Or at the very least, we can use this as leverage to say, you cannot censor our platforms. These are our platforms. Don't censor them. If you got a problem with free speech, it's a problem with your political institutions, not the speech. So anyway, Alexander Soros. Yeah, if he congratulates your leadership, like I said in the beginning of this video, you have bad leadership.